Hi there, it's Wasted Potential 616 back again. Okay, I've got 3 comics to talk to you about. Let's start off with the first one. Amazing Spide-rman 599, which was the end of the American Son storyline. This is 5 of 5. It's a bit late for this review, but I got it at the same time as 600. I didn't pick it up in time. Once again, brilliant stuff. Now I could go into all sorts of craziness about Brand New Day and blah blah blah, but let's forget all of that for a moment. And just as a story, this is brilliant. Now recently, I think Spider-Man's been pretty good. They've been having these sort of 5 or 4-part stories, which have just been really good. You know, the character assassination storyline I thought was pretty good. The New Ways to Die storyline with Venom and Anti-Venom, really good stuff. And this is no different. This deals with Norman Osborn once again. It's under the Dark Reign moniker. Using the situation to its fullest. You know, Norman Osborn, it's a brilliant villain, you know, the way he's written. And also dealing with his son, Harry Osborn, who has been written in lots of different ways throughout the years. You know, I mean, in comparison to the way it was in, say, the 70s, you know, he's a very different character. But really good stuff, really good conclusion to the story. Lots of action. Spider-Man's written well. The relationship between him and Harry Osborn's great. The relationship between him and Norman Osborn is great as usual. You know, you really do get a sense that he's sort of Spider-Man's arch nemesis, and you know all the trouble that he's in now that Norman Osborn's sort of in charge. It was a satisfying ending, and yeah, just a lot of fun. The art was good. It had 2 different artists. You know, when it has one story, it's nice to be consistent, but the art wasn't that different, and they were both very good artists. I forget their names, sorry. The writers, Dan Slott, I believe. Let me just check. Dan Slott, no, he wrote the next issue. Sorry. Joe Kelly, very good writer. You know, I liked his stuff on the X-Men years and years ago. Yeah, it's really good. A lot of fun. Basically, this whole storyline has been fun. So, if you can't pick up... I mean, this is going to come out in trade soon. American Son. I'm sure it will. So, if you can't pick up the issues, pick this up in trade. It's a really good story. A lot of fun. Right. And it's nice to have a really good storyline before an anniversary issue. Rather than sort of... They usually like have a little fill-in issue, you know, sort of as a build up to the anniversary issue. But this, on its own, in its own right, brilliant story, lot of fun. Spider-Man written well, which is sometimes quite rare, but this is a lot of fun if you're a Spider-Man fan. Get this, well, get this, if you haven't got the rest of the issues, get it in trade, please. You'll thank me. Alright, now, the next issue, Spider-Man 600, weighty, lots of stuff here, lots of bang for your buck here. I loved this issue. This was absolutely great. As I said previously, it was Dan Slott who wrote the main story, dealing with Dr. Octopus, one of Spider-Man's classic villains, but has a new twist on him. Really good. Don't want to ruin it too much, but sort of harkens back to his history a little bit. He's in a bit of a state at the moment. A really good evolution of the character. Now this, I mean, in the first story, which is predominantly what all of this is, everything you want from a Spider-Man comic book. Absolutely brilliant. John Romita Jr. I personally think he's like the best Spider-Man artist at the moment. Brilliant stuff. Oh look, splash. Well, you can't see, but when you buy it, you'll be able to see how great it is. Great splash pages, great pacing. You know, it has everything you want. You know, it has a little bit of Daredevil in there. It has his relationship with Daredevil. The new Avengers appear in it. Just great stuff. Has him teaming up with the Human Torch. You know, great character interaction. Brilliant stuff. the main story, you know, all the action with Dr. Octopus is great, but also the stuff with Aunt May and her marriage is brilliant stuff. You know, could be something out of a soap, you know, and it has Spider-Man supporting, you know, Peter Parker's supporting cast, and it's just great. You know, they show them at the wedding, and it's a real, you know, his supporting cast are really good. You know, a real sense of sort of history there, and it's just great. Everything you could possibly want out of Spider-Man story, this story had. Absolutely brilliant. Can't recommend it enough. And because it was an anniversary issue, get loads of extra stuff as well. So there was they had these quite reasonably funny sort of Spider-Man covers you'll never see, sort of just jokey kind of titles. There's one with sort of him and Power Man and their sons, and I think it's like a little nod to those sort of Batman and Superman sort of make-believe stories where it had their kids, you know, pre-crisis stuff. Yeah, no, really good. Also, as the main story also has the return of a certain character, exciting stuff. And I think if you just try and forget all the sort of hype about the brand this day and stuff, it's just a lot of fun, really good. Buy it. But also, not just that wicked story. There's got one where he sees a psychiatrist. Really good stuff. Quite a you know, short little story, but a lot of fun. You know, a bit of a giggle. Then there's a really nice story about his Uncle Ben. You know, emotional stuff, really nice. You know, felt a bit choked up, and you know, that was nice. You know, that could just, it wasn't even, it was a Peter Parker story. You know, that could have been in just a normal drama. It was really nice and it was quite touching. You know, and then there's another storyline, which is a little story which is okay about sort of the troubles of being Spider-Man. Two kids talking about it, it's okay. And one with Aunt May sort of talking about Uncle Ben, and you know, that was quite sweet, you know, just a bit extra there. And then there's sort of a jokey one about the spider buggy, which, you know, was cool. Okay, you know, it's just all these other stories are just overshadowed by the great Dr. Octopus storyline. And there's also a little thing with Madam Web, which is sort of building up to some new characters appearing later on in Spider-Man. So we'll see what happens with that. Exciting stuff. But if you're going to get, I mean, get this for the main Dr. Octopus storyline. Absolutely brilliant. New take on the character. This, I mean, you know, last issue was brilliant. This is amazing stuff. Amazing Spider-Man. Get it. Brilliant stuff. Okay, cool. I'm repeating myself. No. Right, do I have enough time to say another one quickly? I think I'm running out of time, so I'll do the next one in the next video. Okay?